Hey my dear friends, it's Josie, going live today on YouTube. How are you doing? Now in this video, I wanted to answer one question that has been showing up a lot lately, and many of you are in situations when you are dealing with other people. So I wanted to share with you some tips on how we can recognize other people's energy better. And we live in the world of human beings. Some human beings are very friendly towards us. Some human beings are quite the opposite. This is the beauty of life experience because we can connect to others on so many levels. Now, I get asked a lot, Josie, there's this person in my life, maybe in my work, in my relationship, or in my friendships, who doesn't like me. Somebody who has negative intentions towards me. I feel it. I can't stand being around that particular individual. We may share some common relationships and friendships. Maybe we work in the same place, but I feel very, very uncomfortable in the presence of that individual. So what do? So I wanted to share with you again from my years of working with a lot of people and understanding energy, understanding human beings on a deep personal level, understanding human behaviors, human relationships, and so on, and in general energy, how energy is shared between people. So if you feel that perhaps someone out there who is sending you negative energy or vibes, or someone who is sending you like a sacred ritual to harm you or to do some sort of, some sort of negative visualizations to make you feel worse. So let's begin by understanding. And I hope this perspective, because the most important thing that you can learn in your relationships with people is perspective. We live in the world, again, human beings, and human beings are wired. It's in their native, natural wiring. Survival, we want to preserve our identity, we want to preserve our ego, we want to preserve the body, we want to preserve the youth, we want to preserve our status, we want to preserve all kinds of things. So automatically for thousands and thousands of years, that wiring has become our protective mechanism. So it's okay to know that people don't like you, or someone in particular doesn't like you. Now that's within all of us. Sometimes even you can be the most loving, most divine human being, but because you are human, you can't help sometimes to feel uncomfortable around people, or protective, defensive, maybe feel jealous, looking at other people's success or other people's achievements. Now that's our human nature. So changing perspective will help you not to take things personally, not to take things too personally. Sometimes it goes like, that hurt, that word that somebody said about you, or just like, me being on social media here, I can tell you I have heard all kinds of things said about me. So what I've learned, again, this is me sharing my experience with you as well. If you understand that human nature, hurt people hurt, you don't take things personally. You just don't. And it will take you time, it will take you commitment, and it will take you higher levels of awareness. The path of spiritual awakening, the path of spiritual growth is all about recognizing yourself, your true power, your true identity that is timeless. So you become less concerned with the world's actions towards you. Secondly, if you feel that someone out there is sending you negative vibes, many of you will take it as they will get fixed on this one idea, on that one person. They can have 100 people liking them, 1,000 people liking them, but they get fixed on that one person, and that's all they think about. So when you understand that the triggering mechanism of all kinds of curses and all kinds of sending negative energy, it's all the work of karma. That's the work of the past. And if something has been triggered in you, it means it's already there. It has already been sort of painful. At some point, there is an energy in you, the something you're dealing with or you have been dealing with. And this pain energy is being activated. That's what happens when somebody's sending you negative energy and you become aware of it. So pain body just being activated. So what you do when you feel that something is going on, there's some energy or someone out there who is playing these kinds of games with you. So you consciously choose to switch your focus. You are not sort of giving your energy, your time, your attention to these kinds of thoughts. This is the tricky part. You learn to switch your focus. Switch your focus. Do something that is completely neutral. Something that is, I don't know, something that has nothing to do with all the heavy stuff in your head. Such as watch a funny movie, Rick and Morty, I don't know, just do something that will activate just completely neutral base. Most of you, again, in my own experience of working with people, that's the inner tension. You are tense on the inside. So bringing more energy to relax, to switch your focus, to laugh more, to have more fun, to have more, just joy in your life on a very basic human level. That's a really big deal. I promise you, if you stop focusing on that negative thoughts or feelings or emotions of other people, and if you switch your focus, you become consciously choosing your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions in the world of energy, in the world of information. Switch your focus. Most people not most, actually all people sending the negative information, negative thoughts and feelings and intentions towards you are dwelling on a low frequency level. Now that's the low frequency emotional scale. We go up and down constantly. Some of us go up and down. Some of us stay at the lower spectrum and experience negative emotions for longer, especially say maybe women being sort of torn apart by the families and the responsibilities and hormones and their, things that are going on in their bodies. So there are many different factors that contribute to the way that you feel. And if you're dwelling on that low spectrum, if you are experiencing depression, if you are experiencing constantly low energy, if you are experiencing constant need for approval, if you're craving other people to give you the validation that you need in the world, if this is the low frequency of living, you will have so much more awareness of all the negativity around you because you're so focused in this field. People who don't care, I just don't give a, I don't care what other people think of me. I really don't care. So they move on the scale of emotional frequency so much faster, and they can be completely down one day, but they can pick themselves up. They can instantly or with time generate more energy. They can switch their focus. They can do productive things. They can go out for a walk. They can exercise. They can, do stuff that is creative. They can focus on the creative energy. They focus on their future. So they really don't care what other people think about them. They never get affected. They're way ahead of everybody. Go catch up with them. Go try to, do something to them. They really don't care. Just like water, just like washes off them. It doesn't affect them. So what you learn from interactions with other people is that your job as a human being, as a creative person, to constantly be moving forward. All the curses, all of the negative stuff, now that's the low frequency. And what is the low frequency state? Is the state where you're living in the past. Past is the low frequency. Future is the high frequency. Present moment is in between. So you're here and now. So future is a higher frequency. And past that has already happened turns into lower frequency vibrations. Now, when you're dwelling on your past and constantly remembering, oh, how good it was, 10 years ago. Oh, I wish I had that person back in my life. Or I wish, oh, that job, will still be relevant today. Oh, I wish that and this. And you dwelling on your past all the time. If you're living in the past all your life, my friend, you will experience all kinds of these negative, sort of attacks on you, because you are vibrationally matching these sorts of energies. So, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You think of the future. To say it really simply, just think of your future. Be creative. Creative energy. It's like you become a channel for the creative energy and you move on. You just travel down a different path. You become very sort of emotionally aware of your state. And being creative doesn't mean you have to paint or you have to draw a picture or do some sort of artwork. It's not about just doing something, it's about your thinking. It's about your state, being creative. I want to change something, about, say, my job. I want to make my space a little bit more beautiful. I want to bring more creative juice into my life. I want to expand. I want to grow. How can I move into the future without fear? How can I just enjoy my life, the experience of life as it's unfolding? How can I be truly in the moment, really enjoying myself and knowing that I am going and I am supported, the divine, the God, the universe is on my side, and I know that I can make it, I can get through it. So when you stop focusing on the past and you become almost obsessed about the overcoming the future and bringing more and more, building up more and more energy within yourself, my friend. It doesn't matter whatever anybody else is doing. People will do this or that thing to you all the time. It's not, you can't stop that. You can't just go out there and have all the people to love you. Now that is scary to me. If every person in the world loves you, that's something's up. Something is technically not right. So this is the contrast. We live in the world of contrast. That's the energy where we have to experience within ourselves, right? We're dealing with our own darkness and we're bringing out our own light. And this is our job in our world today, is to bring more light. We begin with ourselves. We begin with the inner wiring and the confidence and moving towards the future, not dwelling on the past. That is fundamentally important. When you're creative and you do your own thing, you're not obsessing about other people. Who cares what's going on in other people's world? I know that the law of karma is very powerful, is whatever energy you put out into the world will come back to you. And you attract into your life things, people you want, and things and people that you don't want. And most of the time you don't like something and it keeps on showing up over and over again. Now, just a simple observation. Being here now and just see what's going on in the world. So then you consciously creating your state. You feel good, you choose to feel good, you choose to be in your own space. You choose to enjoy your life. You choose to see life as an adventure. And for some of you, it's important to get out of your head. If you are really too much mental, if you are spending a lot of time in your own head, my friend, it's time for you to do something physical. It's time for you to do something on like the energy level. Just move move, to do something, do push-ups, do run on the treadmill, run on outside. Summer here, hopefully very, very soon. It's so warm and beautiful here in Toronto. But wherever you are, you can find the time to get out of your head and into your body. Just like shake it off. Focus on your own well-being, on your own joy, on your own self-love. See the world as a beautiful place. See yourself as a beautiful divine creation. Know that the power within you is stronger than anything else out there. And possibly a very important point that you need to learn when you are dealing with negative people. So when somebody's sending you negative energy or negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions, you really want to send them far, on the hike. And so with give them a one-way ticket. At the same time, learn to neutralize these feelings and emotions by sending them blessings. And it doesn't have to be, oh, I love you, or you send me negative vibes, but I love you, I love you, I love you. This is, again, it's coming from a place of, I don't know what's going on in your world, why you being so wrapped up in your own negativity, and why you live on the energy of other people and hurting other people. I don't know, like the story. I know that hurt people hurt. So you disconnect, you detach, don't take things personally. And what you want to do, you want to send people blessings. Bless you. May God, who created you, beautiful being, help you to figure things out. So you have more love in you. So you have people around you who are loving. So you take good care of yourself. Because when you take good care of yourself, you really focus on self-growth. You're not focusing on hurting other people or sending negative vibe to anyone else out there. So, sending blessings. You learn to bless people. I bless you. I bless you genuinely from the heart. Be well and blessed. If you don't, you're taking other people's problems upon yourself. Not only they're sending negative energy, but you are interacting with them. It's like you're opening the door. It's like, hey, come in. Let's have this mental, connection. What you want to do is just like close the door. God bless you. I'm closing that chapter. I'm sending you love and I'm moving on. I'm sending love first, because love is that force that is going to close that chapter, that is going to close all of these negative connections. Love wins. My friends, taking this as a journey, one day at a time, and I know that you have greatness in you. I really do. I believe in your beauty. I believe in your divinity. I believe in some very special power that you have, that is God-given power, that is stronger than anything or anyone for that matter. So when you give yourself the credit and you focus on love and self-growth, you are going to have one magical life, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was of service. If you have any questions or if you want to leave a comment, put them all in the comments below. And I'm sending you lots of love. Be well and be blessed and have the most amazing day on our beautiful, loving planet Earth. I'll chat with you in the next video.